Hey, what is up, guys? We have a pretty awesome video coming up. Another one of your favorites, I'm sure, summoning. And we'll be summoning with our guest, George. You guys might have seen him around in DFK, Discord, or in our Discord channel. What's up, George?
Hey RJ, happy to be here, man. Always a pleasure to kind of just
I might have lost your audio, but no worries. I mean, just a little backstory. I met George, probably one of the first few people I've met in DFK. Beforehand, I was just doing everything kind of solo, and he was always a good brain to kind of pick. Um, George, can you hear me?
that.
Hey guys, so we got disconnected and we are back. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to do some summons. I got 4 out of 5 Gen Zeros right now on off cooldown. Well, one of them's oddly off cycle because that was the one I purchased more recently. So she doesn't have the PJ medal here, right? Everyone else
hmm
has it except for her.
Yeah, and she is sick
Um,
because
but yeah, so she's got the R1 Knight, R1 mining. So not a warrior, R1 warrior, but I think Knight's kind of the next best thing with the R1 mining. So she typically never summons a dud, which is awesome.
perfect. Is it also DR1 mining?
Yep, yep, DR1 mining. That's right. So
Perfect.
yeah, I guess we can start with a gardener pair, right? This priest wizard pair. Um, so typically the way I think about it is if I can rent a partner for the gardening pair, it's the base case hero is like a wizard, priest, common, Gen 1 gardener. And that typically retails for like 90 to 100 jewel, right? So um, if I summon without renting, it's 60 cost to me. I make a 40 jewel profit typically on in a conservative estimate because I'm not even pricing in like the upside of like a mythic or a mutation, right? So 40 profit if I use both my heroes to summon one. So typically, if I can rent a partner for 20J each, I'll typically just rent and double down the summons.
Yep.
For minors, it's obviously a little different, but yeah, let's start with this guy, um, and then let's just see what the Gen Zero priest gardeners are going for right now.
14.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, wow.
There's
45.
one. Well, I guess we're not doubling up.
What if you take
Wait,
out the Garni?
so I think mining is the only thing that would make sense.
Okay.
Uh, 36. That's still kind of expensive because
Yeah, it's a bit too rich.
this is weird. Yeah, this is the market's typically not this expensive. Just let me double check my filter here that I'm doing this
Your
right.
filters are perfect. I mean, let's see how many priests there are.
Yeah, what if it's a priest wizard, right? Okay, yeah, so see here there's like a super cheap wizard, right? So I would rent wait, huh.
Cheapest priest is a legendary.
Okay, this is yeah,
It's
this
a
is a Fisher, so right.
Fisher.
So if we do priest wizard, right, and we click gardening and mining, yeah, literally it's all wizards, right? And then the cheapest priest is 36. So the math doesn't really work out for me here because even if I hire this one at 15, I'm gonna have to pay 35, right, for this priest here. Uh, so I think I'm just gonna summon one then with my gardening pair.
Okay.
Um, I don't know, man, screw it. Like, you want you want me to do an extra summon for the content?
Um, I definitely want to make sure you're doing the logical thing. I mean, if we're doing it for content, let me know if you want me to send you some jewel as well. I mean, whatever you think is.
Uh, no, man, screw it. Yeah, I mean, that's 30. So 36 plus. Let me just check the Gen 1 market here real quick. Uh, if the
Yeah, we'll
prices
check
are
that. Yeah.
Yeah, if the base prices, because I know minor prices were creeping higher. I haven't checked gardener prices. So if it is like above like you know, 95 to 100, it could be worth paying the 35 plus 15 because 15 is pretty cheap on the other one. It's just the priest for some reason that's kind of expensive.
Yeah, minor
So
10 of 10. I'm assuming 120, hopefully. But Gardener, Wizard Priest.
yeah, so pre mining or gardening, wizard or priest, 10 out of 10. They're going for like 90, right? 95. It's gardening. And then the miner is going, a miner is going for, yeah, you're right. Yeah, like around 110.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so it could make sense. Or I wouldn't be making a loss for sure. So yeah, I'm happy to do it. Let's do it. For you, RJ, I'll do it.
I mean, you get another shot at the rarity or
Yeah,
mutation, so
I mean, maybe we get a little bit of stream luck.
yeah,
So,
man.
yeah, let me just withdraw some. Well, the miners could get expensive. All right, let's just withdraw. Let's withdraw some jewel here. Failed transaction. I think the gas fees have been adjusted automatically to like um, the lowest possible these days, right? There was a huge
Yeah.
fiasco for a time where it was like some super high number. The default state was at least.
Hmm. Yeah, it's been kind of weird lately.
Hoping we get some stream luck here, man. Sometimes
The stream
when
luck has
something
been insane. We've been hitting either mutation, and then the last one was a legendary priest. Summoning with exactly the same as what you're doing. So,
yeah. And then here, I love this site, right? DFK Adventures.
oh
I
yeah.
think you were you talking with like Nine Dwarf and do you
Yep.
have those guys in your stream? Yeah. Yeah, those are really good dudes. I mean, I mean, you and those guys are really doing God's work, spreading the gospel of DFK. Um, a
Trying
lot
our
of respect.
best, man. Got to keep the community bullish and got to keep them informed as well, because otherwise, who else is gonna do it? Because DFK, they got to focus on production development, and
True.
um, yeah, I'm happy that's where we're helping people.
Yeah, yeah, man. Well, I love your videos. I love your content, and I think your community is a really good one. So happy, definitely happy and honored to
It's
be a part of it.
yeah, it's awesome, man. It's cool, and I've been seeing so many deals done, and it's cool, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do this one's the wizard. So I'm gonna have to hire this guy, right? This priest monk. It's a miner. So actually, this is a better deal than I think this gardener. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. Typically, there's usually more than two priests in the market. But for some reason we have this, but this is not a bad price given that it's a minor actually. So let me
So
just put in
you would okay, yeah, let's look at adventures. So you would
yeah,
do this
so
one over the other, I think, priest that was a legendary, but it was 19 jewel to hire. So this one's 17 jewel more,
right.
but it has that mining.
Yeah, because the legendary one was a fisher. And I don't know, I just have pretty bad luck in general with like rarities. So yeah, I'm always conservative when I'm underwriting these summons and kind of like mapping this each sort of summon to a yield or an ROI. I typically try to be more conservative, and I assume the base case situation, which is not a mutation, right, or not like a mythic or a legendary.
Hmm.
So this one's an R1 mining too. So and my guy's an R1 mining too. So there's a good chance we get a miner here, right? Like 56% mining, um,
Yep.
which is not too bad. So let's go ahead and hire this one. Let's juice it, obviously. Pay some extra crystals to see if We get some stat boosts, and I do have some enhancement stones here, but I think these are better used for, in my opinion at least, for elite or like dread knight summons. So
100%. Yeah,
yeah, I'm
which you
saving
probably
those.
will.
Yeah, I mean my my luck has turned recently. I had a string of really good luck, and now it's been really bad. But you can't win them all, right? The math always catches up, and that's fine
Yep.
if you.
Yep.
So for summon, hmm,
Let's get it. Let's rub those hands. 95.
let's
Let's
get
see
that
some colors
bit
or orb.
summon, please.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. All right, we got a little cool down here. They like to tease, us.
They definitely do. Let's see some colors. Blue, orange, purple, or orb. That'd be insane. Or minor would be great. Minor would be a safe one.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you've seen the Crystal Veil unlock schedule, right? It's like 95% straight up. I think similar to when Sanddale first launched. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, a lot of minor demand. I think again,
Yep. Yep. I think I've seen the minor floor grow up. I think it was 49 for a while, 50, 51. And I
right,
think for
right.
for the worst one right now is 56, 57. So people are definitely preparing for Crystal Veil.
Yep,
Um,
yeah, man. Um,
and
yep, we got to mine that lock crystal.
exactly. And it's just another component that we need to keep in mind as summoners, I guess. All
Lock,
right, let's
please.
see
Okay,
it.
please.
All right, priest. Let's see some
Let me
colors
get a.
or
Okay, it's a common base case.
minor, minor,
Minor though.
minor.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a
Yeah.
hit. That's a
Nice.
hit. That's good.
That's a hit. Yeah. We take these. We take these all day. Okay, cool. Very nice. Let me just check. I always like to just
Ooh,
check
maybe
the base.
DR1.
Yeah, sometimes it's good. Like
Priest,
Priest Wizard,
wizard,
not bad, right? I mean,
gardener.
nothing super spectacular, but uh profitable summon nonetheless, even despite the hiring fee. So good
Yeah,
stuff.
which is a dub. And now you have another shot at hitting rarity or mutation.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So next guy is this legendary gardener,
Hmm.
priest, PJ Survivor as well. And then I guess we hired this one's there's a cheap one. There's a cheap wizard here, right? The 15 go wizard, Gen Zero. 14.99, even cheaper than I remembered. So let me just map here.
Yeah, let's compare these two. Maybe we get a DR1 wizard. Maybe.
Yeah. Uh yeah, because if the 20 fee one is a DR1, then I'd go for that, right? I think that's a better deal.
Exactly. I would definitely pay 5 jewel for yeah.
So this guy's a wizard knight. Yeah, basically kind of the standard case. Wizard knight, 1-on-1 gardening. No other mutations, but it's cheap. It's 15 jewel. Now let's check out this guy.
Okay.
You can see my screen, right?
Yep. It's a
The
little blurry, but I think any pro can make it out.
yeah. Well, your
And
audience is
yeah,
well informed.
they've seen a decent amount of summons.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so this one's like, I mean, he's not now here's sort of the one of the unclear elements of
yup.
the update right now is like how do you value advanced abilities, right? Some people put a value on it more than others because it's highly speculative. For me, I typically it's icing on the cake,
Yep.
unless you're summoning super elite tier units. I got super lucky that one time when I summoned my legendary Dread Knight, right? He got an advanced skill too.
You got a
Um,
legendary Dread Knight.
yeah, with an advanced skill. So that was like probably the
Not
luckiest summon of
just
my life.
not just any Dread Knight, but a legendary Dread Knight.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? I was looking at PJ. There are 8 legendary Red Knights, and 4 of them were sent, and all of them came back. All of them came back, right? So I was kind of FOMOing a little bit. I was like, damn. should I have sent my boy to Perilous Journey? But you
A
do the
lot of
math.
Dread Knights died.
Yeah, yeah, mine would have been the one who died, right?
Definitely possible. I looked at it and I think it was 30, 32. I looked at it. It was around that many Dread Knights that died.
Yeah, this is the legendary Dread. And he there was like an 80% chance of survival, right? And as
I
legendary
wouldn't.
Dread.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm typically a little bit more conservative as you know. Um
Like
it would
it's comparable to summoning with two Dread Knights, right?
yeah,
And people
yeah.
summon priests with it. For me, I'd rather rent it out. Like if someone wants to do it, they take the shot. Like if they like the high percentage, great. I just
Yeah,
wouldn't risk it because you're risking too much for reward, in my opinion.
dude, 100%, 100%. I think this might be just me sort of like minimizing like my cognitive dissonance here, but um I think if you read that land article, right, that came out, like the stat difference was not like actually that much. I don't know if that's like an indicator for true mainstream combat to come. We've yet to see that, but I think if you had like a 10 stat difference on like one of the stats, like the chances of winning that like particular land combat simulation would have just been marginally better, like 3 to 5%, something like that.
Yeah.
And you can make up for the plus 15 stats that you get over time. So we're early on, right? And so obviously everyone's still like level 5 to 10, if that even. And obviously like the nominal value of the stats is going to have a higher impact right now. But as you play it out the long term, the plus 15 isn't going to be as significant, I guess, right? Proportionally.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, where's the dude? Okay, here's the dude. And I think right. So we were looking at this guy had like advanced skills. And then let's see. Next one, 493. Um, oh, this one's wow. Okay, we found a DR1 wizard. Let's this at 20. So
Perfect.
I think we go with this one, right?
Looks great. Yeah, I mean
DR1
that
wizard.
you increase your chance by what, around 5%? 4?
4%. Yeah,
Yeah, 4.
4.5 something.
Okay.
Uh, all right. And then he also has an advanced skill. So let's use this guy. He's a gardener too. Okay.
Nice.
Uh, can I get a mythic summoner, please?
Your chance is like, was it 1.7?
Yeah.
Something like that. Percent chance of hitting.
Even lower. I think it's like 0.17%.
Of hitting a mythic?
A mythic summoner.
Oh, okay. Summoner. But
Yep.
mythic is like, I forget.
Mythic is lower. Yeah, like 1 point something percent.
Okay.
Here, let's just check. So the chance of getting a mythic is 2.2%. Okay, not too bad actually. Legendary 4.8%. Rare 15.5%. Um,
Hitting a
Summoner
rare
7.
summoner.
Yeah.
Or a
Uh,
legendary.
yeah, I haven't gotten a legendary Gen 1 in a while. I feel like I'm overdue.
Hey, I mean, your odds are definitely way higher than summoning with two commons.
Yep.
I keep seeing these guys summon mythics or like I keep looking at the bot in DFK and you see
Hmm.
these mythics being summoned, legendaries being summoned with two commons.
Yeah, I mean that's the best deal, right? It's but obviously you got to be super lucky.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got
Wizard.
a wizard
Uh, can we get
color.
more than a copper, please?
Mythic, mythic.
Uh,
Ah.
well, he's pure though. He's a wizard priest. He could be a pure gardener, right? Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Pure gardener. Yeah. This is pretty good.
Nice. I
Basically,
saw the purple robe and I'm like, Purple card. It's the wrong purple though, if you can even call that purple.
Yeah. Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see if it has DR1.
Yeah, let me just check if he has like an advanced skill or something. Where is he?
I was right there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mhm.
Yeah, let's see if it hit the that mutation, I guess.
Well, he got R1 gardening. His R1's a priest, R1
Okay.
priest, so he's not pure. Uh, but not too bad, right? R1 priest, R1 gardening. It's aligned.
The
No advanced.
subclass, yeah.
Yeah. Subclass is also priest, so yeah. He'll probably sell for a little over floor. Um, okay. Now we go to the big boys, the miners.
Oh crap.
Let's see. So yeah, I got three miners, right? One of them is on cooldown, as I mentioned, because she's the one that's off cycle. But she's got really good genes. This one, 1359.
Beautiful genes. Yep. It was either you or me that were gonna get it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that you would get it because I like four Gen Zeros was my budget, and I wanted, but I just like the sort of like capitalist in me couldn't sit. I
All right, he doesn't sound like a robot anymore. Let's get it.
yeah, apologies again. Yeah,
No
my internet's
worries.
just like kind of
It's literally no worries at
spotty.
all. I mean, still great content. Great summons we got. So what are we looking for?
So
Maybe a
we're
higher.
looking for a warrior miner. And so typically with miners, because they sell for like quite expensive, like a typical base case common baby sells for 200. I've never sold one below that, below 200. Sometimes I have to wait a couple days, but it always sells. So uh, uh, up to around 70. So I'm willing to pay 70 in rental costs, right? Pay 130 per summon because my absolute profit is essentially the same at that point. Right? Like if I pay 130 to summon a Gen 1 aligned miner baby, it sells for 200. The profit there is 70, and then I double up. That's times two, right? So that's 140. It's the same sort of absolute economics as if I was summoning with a pair. Obviously, the margin is lower, but I get two shots at sort of a YOLO, mutation or whatnot. So that's
Exactly.
kind of like my internal heuristic. So miner, warrior, Gen Zero, dude. Wow,
50 is
cheap.
not bad.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, dude. This is nice. Looks like
It looks like it's gonna be the first one, but we'll see. I mean,
so 895. Yeah, I memorize all their numbers.
heck yeah. You gotta tattoo them on you, bro. I'm
Wow, look
kidding.
at this. Look at this pairing.
Four
Not bad.
possible mutations. It could be a Paladin Dark Knight
With two advanced skills. I
and
like.
mining. Uh,
Yeah, yep, and mining. So
who-
not R1 mining, unfortunately, and so we are getting like a higher chance of a dud here. But such is life. You got to run the expected value calcs, and it still makes sense. So we got to just do it, and
yeah.
long term it'll be good. Let me just check out this other one. If he's DR1 aligned, maybe.
It's gotta be amazing to justify, but assumably
Well,
no.
it's a warrior knight. Um, But I mean, the flip flop, right? The knight R1 doesn't do too much to, if anything at all, to help the mutation chance.
Yeah.
So,
I would pay additional 15 if it was matching DR1 and maybe also a DR1 mining. I think that would be
right.
worth it. Um,
Yeah. So let me just check this last guy just in case. Nope. Okay. Well, this guy's R1 mining, but I don't think I'm gonna pay an extra 20 just for
yeah,
that.
it's too rich. Yeah, too rich.
So we'll use this guy here, a non-PJ survivor. Maybe that's why it's cheap, or like he was just not sent to PJ.
Yeah. He's just been getting his money
Chilling.
every 3, 4 days, I guess.
Yeah,
Trying to hire it
which is,
out.
I mean, yeah, it's a good cash flow for sure.
Yep.
All right.
It's 110, right?
Yeah.
That is not bad at all.
Yeah, right. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm typically willing to pay 130, maybe even a little bit more for these minor summons. 110 is it's pretty much a guaranteed profit if I don't, even if I get a dud, it's like break even or like slight profit, right?
Dude, we already got the duds out of the way. We don't have to talk about it.
Well, my last summon was actually an uncommon paladin minor, and that sold for 400,
Oh,
like
there you
almost.
go. There
So
you go.
I'm overdue for a mining dud, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
Not to jinx
you
my.
maybe that's the secret. Now we're gonna get a legendary paladin miner with two advance. I'm kidding. It's a
Yeah.
paladin dark knight as well. That's the dream
Yeah.
scenario, like hitting all four mutations, which is
Yeah,
like,
Paladin is such a great class too. I mean, like he's good. He can garden. He can mine. Okay, we got a knight.
okay,
So as long
colors,
as he's mining, we should be good. Okay,
colors,
an uncommon. Oh,
uncommon.
Knight Warrior. Knight Warrior too. Wow.
Yeah, scales
So
really well with mining. Please
yeah, this
mining.
please, Lord have mercy. Mining.
Okay, with
Oh,
strength and
let's
strength, it's gonna
go.
scale
Yeah.
beautifully. Um,
The floor for these boys are like 250 at least, I think.
yeah, I mean with the stat boost and Night Warrior. I mean, if there was the
Yeah,
same one uncommon price, the same price, yours gonna sell first.
indeed. And let's just see if he hit those two advanced skills, man. Like, who knows?
Let's see. Let's see a Night Knight actually.
Yep. It's taking a while to
Okay,
load
no
here.
worries. We'll see it. It's coming.
Mm. Oh, he's a
Okay,
knight
Night
warrior.
Warrior, Warrior.
He he did get he got one advanced skill.
There's the
That
mutation. You gotta hit 1 and 4, right?
that's true. That yeah. Yep, you're right. Absolutely right.
That's pretty
Cool.
nice. Night Warrior, subclass and DR1. So
Yeah, R2 as well. R2 warrior. R2 mining too.
R2
So,
mining, yeah. Definitely there's some value there.
okay. Um,
Nice.
all right.
Okay,
So
thank God. Yeah, thank God. I was gonna thank God you hit the mining.
yeah, would have been painful if it
Would have
would
been a
have
little brutal, but streaming luck is on your side. We make sure we don't hit anything too disgusting
been indeed.
because they do
Indeed.
happen.
They do. Yep. I've gotten like three monks in a row from my gardening pair before. Oh wow, dude. The knight's also pretty cheap. 50? Wow. Quite nice. Okay. So let's see.
Let's check it out.
397.
Hopefully a DR1 mining.
So this my guy's 747.
Good number.
R1 mining.
Oh,
Wow,
that's
that's like
solid.
yeah.
And a
And
mutation.
yeah. R1 Archer too. So dude, we could actually summon a
Oh,
Dark Knight here potentially, right?
yeah,
Deep
there's
R1.
what is the chance?
It's well it's like one it's like 0.88%, so not really.
Okay.
But still. Okay, and then just let me just check this next guy. He's 65, a little bit more expensive. But who knows?
Gotta
Maybe he
check it.
gets
Yeah.
Knight Archer. No, no, he's crappier in every way, so this is a pass. How about
Yep.
this legendary? Oh wow. He's a knight.
Ooh, that's tempting.
Ooh, this is tough.
It's tempting
Yeah.
because you get that boosted rarity and the boosted paladin chance.
Yeah, at the cost of the R1 mining,
And
right? For
you pay additional 25?
15. Just 15.
15.
What do you think, man?
This was pretty close, honestly. So you're paying 15 jewel for higher rarity and higher.
And
The
higher mutation chance.
Yeah, I mean this is more so like high risk, high reward, obviously, and it's however you're feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's higher
Um,
reward if you hit the paladin miner, obviously. Um, so you kind of have to take that into account of the risk and the reward additional chance to hit paladin. How much is that worth to you? Um,
True. Paladin's huge.
and then
Um,
also slight rarity chance.
right. At the cost of the R1 mining. Um, right.
Yeah. So the very, very logical safe play would definitely and almost basically guaranteed profit in my opinion is to go with the
Yeah.
first one. But the
Go
second
with the
one is more risk but potentially more profit.
Yeah. Um, well, let's just use this guy. It's not it's very rare, I think. I've been in the market for a while. It's really rare to find a
65's a
legendary.
good price. Yeah.
Yeah, for comparable levels, especially with the DR1 aligned.
Yeah, I
So,
mean 3 days ago, do you have any idea or do you remember how much you paid?
yeah, so typically it's 65 for a rare. I don't even 75 for a legendary. If that, typically it's even higher. So, uh, yeah, I think this is a reasonable deal, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I got
you're
a pallet like just
it's,
very
yeah, it's
recently,
not like
so
you're
I
paying like 30 jewel or 40 jewel more. So, yeah,
yeah,
I think it's justified. Higher risk, higher reward. Let's get it. Like
yeah, two
slightly higher
legendary.
risk. I think it's like slightly higher risk, but the higher reward is insane. If you hit a mining paladin Gen 1 5/5, common is like what?
270s, 250, something like that. It's pretty expensive actually.
If you hit some color, it can be. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, these parents are like some buff parents, man. Like they're
Yep.
both level like 8, legendary, warrior knight miners.
This is
Save the
a
best
this
summon
is a
for
nice
last.
one. Yeah, we didn't even know. I mean, it was gonna be
Like it
this.
comes out like a monk
Nope,
gardener.
that's not happening. That's not happening.
Give me that stream lock, RJ, please. Come on. May the Lord have mercy on my soul. We're about to open this.
This is gonna be nasty in a good way.
Come on.
See the paladin sword.
Come on.
Paladin sword. Nope.
Knight.
It's all good.
Knight.
Color.
But yeah, please. Oh, damn, a common. Well, he's a minor though, so it's still a win. I
Yeah, it
can't
was
complain.
pretty.
This is still like a 200. At least, I can still sell this guy for at least 200, so it's still
So 200
profitable.
minus like 120, right? So that's like 80 jewel profit, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, yep. 200 in revenue, 120 in cost, 80 jewel profit.
Okay, R1 thief, not bad.
Not bad. Yep. Cool. Nice, man. Well, productive summoning session, I would say. Nothing super crazy, but nothing
Nothing terrible. I mean, this is a
crazy.
consistent, every 3 days, this is what George is doing, and
So,
it's been profitable. I mean, last time it was insanely profitable. What, selling that paladin, right? He said for 400.
yep. Yeah. So yeah, we take these. These are base case scenarios where you make a pure consistent profit. No dud. No dud is always a win.
It really is.
Um, yeah. So yeah, anything else you want to talk about or chat about or
Um, I think that was basically. I mean, we could keep it short. We could chat a little bit more. I mean, we're just kind of chilling, but
yeah,
hopefully, you guys that are watching learn some stuff off of like George's, I guess, mentality of how he kind of calculates his profits, his risks, and why he purchased the Gen Zeros. Because I think a lot of people they purchase Gen Zeros without much thought, I guess, and they're just like they just want to own a Gen Zero. When sometimes it's better to pay more, right? Sometimes it's better to pay more for the mining. Sometimes it's better to pay more for, let's just say an alpha, for example, or DR1. And yeah. Remember one time you sent something in general in Unity DAO? It was like a paragraph of your risk analysis and the economics of summoning. Do you have any idea what I was talking
yeah.
about?
Yep, I remember that. I think
Any shot you
for
copy and pasted it?
let me see if
Or we could
let me
just
see if
search
I
it up and you need to probably.
yeah. Let's see. I think that was on general,
Okay, let me.
right? But yeah,
I found
generally
it.
how I think about any of my crypto investment portfolio in general, I'm yield farming focused, right? So I'm very focused on yield, and having my assets be productive. So let me see.
I found it.
Oh, here. Yeah. Did you find it?
Yep, I could send you the link to it.
Yeah.
Copy
I have
message
it up
link.
here as well.
Oh, perfect. So,
But yeah, I mean the short and sweet is right. I mean, I'm sure RJ can, if you guys want to like find that message or something, I'm sure RJ can kind of point you the right way. But the short and sweet is like I made a conscious decision to pay up for Gen Zero pairs versus just kind of buying random Gen Zeros at floor prices that might potentially even be attractive, so that I can control my yield and I can control or at least have the some level of conviction. Right, a lot of risk can go wrong. This is crypto early stage projects, and so your multiple bets in this is not just Bitcoin. But if you do the research, as I did. I personally felt comfortable buying these pairs, and in my mind, like I knew for a fact that like I could hold them for a while, and they would pay for themselves just from these summons. And I got lucky. I got super lucky with some of my early summons. So actually, I think the gardening pair has already paid for itself. Anything at this point is incremental. Like so, even if the value of the card goes to zero, which I don't think it will, I'm already sitting at a nice profit. So um, yeah, that's kind of how I think. I always like to map things to yield ROIs. This is why I typically don't participate in like other NFT marketplaces. Like in hindsight, I should have maybe picked up like a Bored Ape when they were much cheaper. But uh, yeah, to me, I think DFK has this like summoning element where you can map an actual dividend or like yield component to these expensive heroes. So yeah,
yeah,
that's kind of how
which I love as well. And you can kind of see like basically immediate cash flow, quote unquote cash flow to some extent, because I mean this happens every 3 days. So so
indeed.
yeah, and it's awesome that you've seen some profit already. Because you kind of went over the math. I'm just looking at the message. It's just like, conservatively, what,
Yep.
like 30 jewel profit or even 40 jewel with some of your pairs um, every 3 days. And I think with your minor pair, let's just say 80-80 each. I mean, we hit commons and maybe uncommon there, so it could be 80-70, so that could be another 141-60 just every 3 days just from that. Um,
Right.
and that's without hitting paladins. So if you hit paladins, a bit more, higher rarities, a bit more. So it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, that's that to me that's always at the top of my mind, right? I always back solve because the one thing in investing that the only thing you can control in investing, right, is like your entry price, like your purchase price. So I'm always trying to back solve to answer the question, what is the maximum, given my view of like, the future um cash flow of this asset, what is the maximum price I'm willing to pay today? Um, and yeah, sometimes and you just have to follow the market. Like there's sometimes there like classic Warren Buffett line is to be greedy when others are fearful, and that's how I picked up a lot of my Gen Zeros when the markets were down. I was like one of the few guys who were actually actively buying them. So
Yep. I
the
live
deal
by
is
that
always
quote. I mean, we've seen that quote proven itself so many times, especially recently, whether it's COVID, um, I guess Russia. I mean, if you bought at those times where it felt like it was maximum fear, and most of us even felt it ourselves, no matter how disciplined of an investor you are, you still feel it.
of
Odds are
course.
you're invested in some asset and you've taken some losses, but if you want a dollar cost average or if you want to buy in, um, odds are it's going to go up. I mean, unless the world ends, which, that's just a percentage case, I guess. But Yeah, I like your view on I guess investing and
Yeah, patient capital, right? Like, if you're in it for the long term and you've done your research, you should be comfortable holding, right? I mean, I think where I've learned lessons the hard way, the painful way. I've been in crypto for actually quite a while since 2012. So I guess it's literally been 10 years. And I played Bitcoin wrong, right? I was mining Bitcoin. I was selling it at like really, really low prices. I
cash
thought I
flowing.
was like, yeah, and you feel when you're I felt short-term smart when I was selling at like 1,000 per Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin crashed to 400, and I was like, wow, like thank God I sold all these Bitcoins at 1,000, right? Because it's at 400 now. But dude, I mean, we stand here today and kind of like I felt short-term smart but long-term dumb, and so now my mentality is like different, right? I am okay feeling short-term dumb if I know that there's a good chance I'm gonna feel long-term smart. So um, yeah, it's crypto is just it's an asset class in my opinion is era defining. Like a trade like this doesn't come across your desk pretty often. And so this is yeah, I'm bullish for sure.
Yep, pretty bullish. I hope to see some pretty cool things from Crystal Veil. I know it's the hype topic that everyone's
Coming up.
talking about.
Yeah, it's coming up. It'll be very interesting to see kind of how exactly their own roadmap um and rollout of everything lines up to Serendale, or if it's a little different. Yeah,
Yeah, so
Crystal. Yeah.
yeah, something I talked about on Sandwich's live stream today was, and I just can't stop thinking about it. So DeFi Kingdoms compared to, so many projects I've been in. DeFi Kingdoms has had so many opportunities in the last, let's just say 6 months, to have higher cash grab opportunities, but they haven't. And I just see them as a really good team that focuses on quality over, I guess, quantity of market cap or whatever. Because they could
Yeah.
have pushed harder. They could have, heck, sold land. They could have offered more mints, but they didn't. And they would have easily sold out stuff. And we all know
Right.
that. But they didn't. And then also, they could have created a game by now easily, but they would rather focus on the foundations of the project. I mean, that's just my opinion because I see a lot of projects, they create demos very, very early, maybe even betas and alphas pretty early, but it's
Yep.
an unstable project and ends up crashing. Um, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super interesting. I think yeah, I agree totally with a lot of what you say. I think it still is a balance though, right? Uh, you want to make sure that the product is good, but it doesn't have but to roll it out sort of like en masse, like beyond just like a beta, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, right? I think if you study sort of like the tech booms and busts of the last how many decades, it's never really like the best product wins. It's the product that's good enough first that typically wins. So it's a balance, I think, of like just having some sort of working product while taking market share at the same time. But yeah, you're right. This team is like incredible, and I was actually a doubting Thomas at first. I think I actually did not come in. I never minted any of my Gen Zeros. I've always been like a buyer in the secondary market.
Hmm.
I'm just typically conservative when it comes to new projects. I'd rather buy at like a slightly higher price when I know it's like more established and there's somewhat of a track record. Because yeah, I don't know if how long you've been in DFK, but in October I think or September there was like talk of like Frisky like doing a rug pull, and like there were rumors going around like people weren't like super doxxed yet. And now a lot of the team members are doxxed, right?
Yep.
So uh, yeah, it was a different mindset back then too.
Yeah, I guess just so you know, I got into DeFi Kingdoms, I guess right before it went crazy up. So I bought in around the first ever buy-in was around 1,000 or 1,500, something like that, dollars USD, and
Hmm.
that's when it was 11, 11 and a half, 10 and a half, somewhere around there. And then
Yeah.
I just put it into Gardens because I didn't know what else to do with this project.
Yep.
And
Yeah, for
then
sure.
next thing you know, you see a rise 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, heck 22. And I'm like, hmm. People are comparing this. I mean, there's so much talk about it. This one that I just can't get out of my brain. It's like they compared it to, okay, if we get the same market cap as Axie Infinity, for example, Jewel should be at 60, $60 a Jewel. And I'm like, how hard could it go? So I just kind of left it in there and just, continue to focus on my day-to-day, real life job and stuff like that. And next thing you know, check in a few weeks. I think it was after like 2 or 3 weeks, it went all the way down to 7. I think it took 3 weeks for it to go from 22 or 19 down
Yep.
to a 7. And I'm like, okay, interesting. I'll just still leave it in gardens. But I'm like, and I really just started looking into the project. So once it started reaching 5, 6, 6.5, I did another buy-in. And that was for getting heroes and learning the summoning, making the mistakes there. And then once it reached 3.94, I did also another pretty sizable buy-in. So it's
Yeah.
been it's been good. And also I did a buy-in yesterday at 4.1, 4.2. And then when I checked in the evening of yesterday and then the morning of today, it was at 4.8. What is it now?
It's like 4.7 something, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
4.76, 4.8. And I'm like, huh? Got lucky again, I guess.
yeah,
But
I mean, it's again, I think I mentioned this before, but Jewel, like this is a crypto project that's like multiple bets in, right? It's you're betting on Bitcoin, you're betting on like an L1, and then this is like kind of even one layer on top of that. So, of course, a lot of the volatility is going to be tied to some of the blue chip assets. But to your point, um, well, I guess like yeah, good for you. You were basically DCAing in, right? And I think that's the right way to do it, because you don't want to just do like one big buy or like one big sell at any given time. I think with projects like these,
yeah.
money comes easy in
Yeah,
this space.
Thankfully, I guess my quote unquote strategy, I didn't really have one, I guess. It worked out because I just wanted to dip my toes into the cold water and kind of get
Yeah.
comfortable and kind of see it go crazy up, crazy down. Um, yeah, and just I guess DCA worked out. It's
Right. And you got to remember too, right? To your point on like comping it to Axie, Axie's a full game. It's been around for years.
mm-hmm.
And they have like 100,000 DAUs. It's fully playable. It's an actual, they have gigantic VCs coming in now, right? Or recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's almost like the too big to fail, like 800-pound gorilla in,
Exactly. Yeah, and first to whatever you call it, first to market or first to market.
yeah,
Um,
the first one that succeeded. I think they
yeah,
were, um,
the
but yeah,
auto
I think
battler and everything, and then the breeding
right.
mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see it. I mean, I live here in the Philippines, as I mentioned, and 40% of the Axie player base is based here, right?
Yep. Yep.
So you see how integrated that thing is every day here, and sort of like the work people do, and like you can pay for stuff in SLP here, and like a lot of stores now, and integrated with like a lot of the cash wallet apps.
I've
Um,
seen it's absolutely awesome.
but at the end of the day, I think I guess my point is if you look at DFK, I see similar potential, if not more. Uh, right, we're at like DFK is at 25K, something like that, 25K DAUs, right? And then two times or more the TVL of Axie, and a tokenomics model that I think is more thoughtful than AXS and SLP. And Juul's market cap is like I don't know what 15, 20%, if that, of Axie's valuation. So I think as you were saying, if you I could definitely see an
There's so
environment
much
where
room to grow, I feel
yeah,
like.
forget
Like
we're like this we're in such an early stage. PvE, PvP is not out yet, and there's already this much community engagement going on.
and I feel like everyone on DFK team side, they know that if they create demo alpha beta of a game, it's gonna blow up this thing up to, I don't know, let's just say $10 or $15 a jewel, but they decide not to because they want to take it slowly and
Yeah,
focus on quality. That's just how I feel. And
I respect that. Yeah.
we've been in a lot of AMAs, and it's just I think we know that we're with good people, and um, yeah, we're obviously willing to bet on it. So
Yep. Yep. Yeah. No, 100%. Quality team, quality project. I think it's the first. This is not objective opinion, but it's the first play to earn slash GameFi project that I think is like fundamentally like actually fun, right? Like I wake up and I
it's
look forward to. 'Cause I'm also I was really uh, big in Axie before as well, but to me it was more of like a pure investment perspective, right? And so uh, typically my capital is more mercenary by nature. It
I
just
was
kind of comes in and
that
out of projects wherever the is.
that's what I always liked about you. I think we relate in a lot of ways. I got into Axie purely for cash flow and purely I was actually learned all the math for it and I was breeding. I don't know if you were breeding.
Oh, you were actually no, I was just farming. I was just farming it, staking it, primarily, yeah. And
Yeah, I staked in it as
when we
well
have access,
and thankfully pulled out
um,
before the fucking plummet. Like I pulled out not because I don't know, I just felt like it was the right time and thankfully it worked out. Interesting. Yeah, you did staking. I did some staking. I actually got into breeding, and
yeah,
it really compared to this to some extent, where you can breed perfect PvPs characters and perfect PvE characters, and but compared to this, DeFi Kingdom is just so uncomparable because it's so
indeed.
I think well thought out.
It is. It is. Very elegant tokenomics, right? Like the hero design, the art. I think everything just works. And of course, there's still like the standard like crypto potential UI issues, but I think for yeah, I really like the look and feel and the spirit behind the game and the community. It's actually like the only community I think that there's very little to no toxicity, especially in a bear market. I think that says something because literally every other Discord I'm in, there's like FUD everywhere when like the
Yep.
markets are crashing. But
FUD.
in the DFK Discord, it's like,
Yeah.
calm. It's always sunshine and rainbows and Serendale, right?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And to my knowledge, and compared to other projects, a lot of projects have a lot of scams, a lot of peer-to-peer scams, a lot of et cetera, et cetera. And this is one of the
Oh,
projects
right.
where I would be happy to send you Jewel and not, be scared about it, Like I've done so many peer-to-peer
Right.
transactions and obviously, we
Can't
vet them
yet.
to some extent.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, inevitably, I think, the more the community grows, the risk of these scams also, unfortunately, will
Yeah.
grow with it, right? Such as just the nature of things. When new sort of tourists come in and some of them with lesser intentions than others.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah, but yeah, dude, this is a great project. I'm like definitely like to my point of like my capital using typically being kind of mercenary. Uh, it's weird, right? With DFK, like I feel like I'm growing emotionally attached to it, and I don't want to even if the yield is coming down, I don't want to kind of rotate too much into different projects. And while that can be a dangerous emotion, right? As an investor, it also potentially signifies something bullish, right? Like if you can build that sort of emotional buy-in with a already respectably large community, you set like a natural floor for the valuation of a project because these are long-term hodlers.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of like my thought there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many long-term hodlers. There's Ogre. There's
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
with
there's
dog whale.
another one I just did. It was like a Boic. He goes by a different name on Discord.
Okay.
And I mean, Boic, at 19, 20, 21, it was a $10 million wallet.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I've definitely seen his name before. I think he owns like multiple pieces of land or something, right?
Yeah, he owns number
Like,
seven.
mm,
And it's actually the best line I've seen and the best number. I
true.
mean, I like eight more than seven just because we're Asian, but
Yeah, I
um,
agree with you.
but
Mochi
his
88, right?
oh yeah, dude, Mochi. It's right next to river. It's in the best, I guess, county, whatever you want to call it, country, county. There's a lot of different places, and it's like number zero or
Okay,
whatnot. And
number seven.
yeah, there was a time on the video he talked about it, but he had 21 Gen Zeros. There was one time where he had that many, and he's been it since minting. He was able to mint six. He's been in it
Oh
ever
wow, so he
since.
was there. Yeah, I think the guys who got in day one, right? Like those guys are definitely swimming in Jewel right now.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like over a
like
quarter
power to
million.
innovation.
I've seen like these over quarter million locked balance, accounts, which is insane to look at.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. On one hand, I wonder if the unlocking in July will be sort of a bearish catalyst for Jewel. On the other hand, I mean, I guess there is still somewhat of a market for locked Jewel, either on Fox Escrow on through these Discord chats, and as long as like there's sort of liquidity that way, um, price should normalize, right? So I think, uh, yeah,
So,
well, I definitely am always happy and comforted to hear when there are guys like Boic or Ogre, these super large whales who are in it for the long term. Because at the end of the day, those are the guys who are keeping us all swimming, right?
yep, absolutely. Well, I mean, we talked about a lot of topics. It's like we hop into VC on Discord, and this is stuff we would talk about anyways. So for those that are watching, if you guys ever want to hang out with us, we're always in a Discord, link in description. But yeah, I won't keep it any longer. If you're down in 3 days or in 6 days, let me know. We could try to do this again. Maybe add a little bit more
Yeah,
structure to it. And heck, maybe hit some more bangers. But again, thank you so much for being on, and I'll catch you next time.
no worries, man. Always a pleasure.
All right, see you guys on the next episode. Peace.